What are promises that I have made to myself? When I was younger, I used to let other people's comments, actions, and behaviors come into my heart and hurt my feelings. But since then, I've learned to not take those comments so personally, and I'm not as sensitive as I used to be. Also, I've learned to take care of my body and to stay in better shape by exercising and eating healthier. Another promise that I've made to myself is to keep good grades and to work hard in school so that I can have a good future. Even though it doesn't seem worth it in the short term, it's worth it in the long run. So that's one thing that I really value. And also being able to have time with myself to reflect on how I'm feeling so that I can have good psyche. What are some promises that I've made to others? To my friends, I've promised that I will be loyal and I will be there for them through thick and thin. If they're struggling with something, I'll be able to be someone that they can trust. I won't tell anyone anything that they tell me. With my family, though things aren't perfect, I promise that I'll be there for them as well. And I promise that I will do the best I can to be a good daughter by helping them. And and with my teachers in my school, I've promised to respect my teachers and to realize that I can learn from them and to be able to invest in my future, like I said. And with church, I've realized that I can learn a lot from the teachings of the church, just about how to go about living my life. Even if I don't agree with certain things, I'm able to apply a lot of the principles to my own life so that I can have better friendships, have a better future, and have a better self. So, how is your role as my father, and how does it represent a promise?
I think my role as father is to guide you, protect you, and to give you hope and joy and a future, help you secure your future. Okay, second question. I think that's my role as a father, and
Representing a promise?
representing a promise to be those things, to be a real dad, not just fulfill the position outwardly, but to really try to make sure you're always on the right path to success and to inner success as well as outer success. And I guess the most difficult thing, but the most important thing, is to actually be an example for you to follow. So,
What specifically do you have to sacrifice in your role as my father?
I sacrifice my pride, which many times is foolish and immature, but it's still there, and it has to be sacrificed in order to be a servant. And in order to, Jesus said, greater love has no man than this, that he lays his life down for his friend. And I try to consider myself as laying my life down in the sense that my daughter is more important than me, not just because I'm older, but because she is young and she has her whole life ahead of her, and investing in the next few years in her life can bring 50, 60 years of happiness and success. And so I want to really invest, and that means sacrifice of time and money and effort and love. Okay,
And how does it relate to my future?
Well, I think it relates directly in that if I am a good example to you, if I am actually someone you look up to, and not just playing the role of dad, then it can affect your future. You can hopefully, if I fulfill this role properly, then it might help you find a better mate if that's what you choose to do. Um, it may help you be a better mate if I fulfill my part and be a good example to you. And if I protect you from harm, emotional or physical, then you will face your future more whole and more prepared for your future.
Well, certainly it's a promise that, to the best of my ability, to try and teach students not just theology, but about life, about growth, about combining the inner with the outer in their lives. I promise to be faithful to them, to give my all, to be present, basically to do the best job I can.
Okay, so what specifically do you have to sacrifice in your role?
I mean, the simplest is obviously time, preparation. I don't think students realize how much work teachers do outside of the classroom. I mean, not just grading, obviously, but prepping, trying to think of new approaches, new ways to teach subjects. We also pray for our students a lot. We also do not just theology.
And how does it relate to the future?
Well, we're a Holy Cross school, so our whole philosophy is about that the future, there's better times ahead, bringing hope, which is one of our themes.